Welcome to episode 11 of the Reboot franchise, or in a way it's episode 1 because finally we are here with an actual team, and as we cleaned up in the draft, we did really well. We've got ourselves a quarterback now. Wes Manley does have slow development, so he may not be the quarterback of the future, but he's going to get a season to try and prove that he is. We will of course have plenty of first round picks in this coming draft, so we'll have a chance at plenty of quarterbacks, but running back is where really we may be set for the rest of this entire series. This may be it. We may never need to look at running backs again. Trayvon Bromley out of Auburn with the all-around game. He's basically an all-round back. Could be a little bit faster, but he's not that slow either. Then we've got Shaquan Barber, the power back with 90 plus trucking, an absolute monster. And of course we've got Tariq Cohen, who will be our receiving specialist. Then we also picked up Kevon Flowers, who isn't a bad receiver. I always take a little bit of a behind the scenes look in the preseason. I don't play the entire preseason through, but I take a chance to look at some players. If we have actual competition, I will of course actually take a proper look in the preseason and show you how people play. But there's no competition here really. But Kevon Flowers will get a chance more than just being receiver number 4 to play. But everybody else, of course, he is pretty good as well. But the defense is where we managed to pick up some real players. Jacobs at cornerback is hopefully the real deal. We've of course got Hunter Washington. And all of this leads into our season goal. So we have a good team, but I also feel like we obviously don't have anywhere close to a completed team. So I think, we'll have a chance against teams with similar records, but when we play good teams, I still don't think we'll have a chance. What I wanted to do is take a look at the 2018 season just to see who will be playing. Of course, we'll be playing in our own division. Who are the other teams? So we've got the Falcons, Saints, so of course that is the NFC South. Then we take a look, who else are we playing? We have got the AFC West. Yeah, I didn't see the Broncos up here, so I was a little confused at first. But we have the AFC West as well, so it's gonna be the NFC South, which is pretty good, of course, and especially, to be fair, the Saints lost Drew Brees, but still, NFC South isn't bad. The AFC West, of course, is very good, so it's gonna be tough. We should be looking at, we want to go 500. Our next, now we've got an actual team, we want to go 500. I don't think we can expect to do much better than that this year. Give those first set of rookies a chance to develop, bring in some more players. Then we may stand a chance of actually, talking about playoffs, but this season is still, I think, a rebuilding season, and I think we should be aiming to go over 500. I mean, we played the Browns twice, that's a chance for 2 wins. The NFC South is a chance for at least 2 wins, I think, on the right day. So I don't know, but 8 wins is what we will be saying we can get. And it starts here against the Falcons. Let's take a look at the team. As is always the case, we're not going to be talking about players we know are on this team, so we're not going to look at Matt Ryan, Julio Jones and things. Devontae Freeman, of course, we know about as well, but the point is Tevin Coleman no longer on the team. If you remember, we saw that he was traded, I believe, to the Patriots last season, if I remember that correctly. So it's just the single running back now on the team, but of course, Devontae Freeman's still very good. Of course, Marshall Yanda, a returning player, is always a big point, and with that, they have the entire offensive line you already know they have with Marshall Yanda. That is a ridiculously good line. They've also got technically an ex-player, Zach Orr, they've got on the team. So here he's come out of retirement and stayed out of retirement, and he's joined the Falcons. But of course they do run a 4-3, so we may not see much of him. And of course they also picked up Josiah Garrett. Now I'm pretty sure they play a 4-3. Having picked up this guy and seeing Vic Beasley outside linebacker, and I know of course he does sit there, still maybe they are running a 3-4. Be interesting to see. But this guy is fast. Look at that, 80 speed, 90 acceleration. He'll be off the line quick. That'll be a tough day for our tackle. And so that is their team. If they're playing a 3-4, tackle's going to have a hard day against their outside linebackers. If they're playing a 4-3, not as bad because the defensive ends aren't as good. Vinny Curry, their right end, McKinley, their other defensive end, of course, Poe and Jarrett in the middle as well, which I do believe, actually now thinking about that, they do still run the 4-3. So we should be better off because of that, and it will be a big test for the offensive line. Very different to last year. Only one surviving player in the original position, and he lost his job to Fragel late in the season, but Filer should be better. Nico Siragusa finally getting a start. Illuminor's been moved over to the right side, and we've got 2 rookies on the line. But I'm very optimistic about this. I'm actually very excited to get into this game. We've got so much talent on offense now. I'm excited to see. Run game first, at least for the first game of the season, every single first down will be a running down, at least. Even if we need to get back into a game, we're just going to stick with that because it forces us to keep running and it doesn't let us get away from it. So if we at least stick to that, of course they kind of expect that, but they also don't, so we don't have to worry about it. Let's get into the first game of the 2018 season against the Falcons. We get to host them at home. Can we do the impossible and start the season off with a win in just our second season? Here we go, week 1 of the season. I hope you're all excited to see some of these new players. It's gonna be a good game. The Falcons are a tough opponent and they start on 1st and 10 trying to pass on us, and that doesn't work out for him. So on 2nd and 10 they go for a play action here, still looking to go through the air, and he finds his man this time. Hooper getting the reception for the first down. And then we've got him on 3rd and 12. And again, there's the first completion to Julio Jones. Always got to look out for Julio Jones. Now 3rd and 4, they're going for it. But look at that play by the rookie, Casey Jacobs. Just laying himself out there, knocking that ball away. Would have been a beautiful interception, but it's a great play anyway. Holds the Falcons to a field goal. So we come out running. Now Wes Manley looking to pass for the first down. 2 consecutive plays there. Nice plays by Trayvon Bromley, but we had to punt away after that. So 3rd and 9, we've got the Falcons on. And look how much time Matt Ryan has in the pocket. And with that much time, someone's going to be able to come track back and get the ball. 1st and 10 now at the 46-yard line. And a beautiful interception by Lorenzo Doss, just absolutely in stride. Took the ball away. Lorenzo Doss going for the end zone, and it's a touchdown. What an incredible play just to break on it, get there ahead of Mohamed Sanu, and he's gone. No one's catching him. 3rd and 9 now for the Falcons here. A little bit of pressure coming, but not really. He had to get rid of it. Good coverage downfield, and we get the ball. Trayvon Bromley now running the ball well. Trayvon Bromley at the 40-yard line being brought down. And then on 2nd and 9, we go to Jaquan Barber. Now Jaquan Barber bouncing off the contact. Jaquan Barber's gone. He's not the fastest player, but it looks like he's got enough speed to do this. A huge touchdown on Jaquan Barber's first carry in the NFL, taking out Keanu O'Neal. That's number 22 against their number 22, and ours is just that little bit stronger and gets the big touchdown. And now the Falcons coming back, trying to get some points. Of course, this offense can still score, and Devontae Freeman now running, picking up a first down even with the big hit. And running again on 2nd and 6, absolutely nowhere near him. Xavier Gooden couldn't get to him, and they get in for the touchdown. The score now 14-10. 3 minutes left in the second half, but we're going to get some help here by Kevon Flowers. Kevon Flowers, not just a little bit of help, try putting 7 points on the board. He takes it to the house. This has been ridiculous. These rookies absolutely showing off in week 1. That is 3 rookie touchdowns if you're counting them, but then there a broken tackle. Terrence Brooks, there was a missed tackle as well, and Mohamed Sanu makes up for being the intended target on that pick 6 by taking it in for a 75-yard touchdown. Trayvon Bromley again running, churning, taking those yards up and making the Atlanta Falcons defense pay, and just short of the first down there. And it was a great run. If he would have gone left, maybe got even more. Wes Manley now rolling out, finds Jakeem Grant downfield, taken out of bounds at the 6-yard line, and then on 1st and goal, squeezing that one in to Juju Smith-Schuster. Keep counting those rookie touchdowns. We're up to 4 now with that passing touchdown. And look at it, squeezes it exactly where it needs to go. Juju Smith-Schuster able to make the catch, and he does a good job holding on at the end here as well as he gets immediately hit. So we're in the second half now. Trayvon Bromley again just looking to eat up those yards, but we did have to punt away with no points. The Falcons have the ball back, score 28-17. Going deep here, and he finds Julio Jones. The guys were there, but they couldn't stop him making the catch. And on 3rd and goal, look at that stop by Chris Wormley. The fake fullback dive, halfback pitch catches a lot of teams out. Chris Wormley was there to make the stop. Trayvon Bromley again trying to pick up yards here, and he does, but we never get first downs that often with the run, but that's not a problem. We can pick him up with the pass. And again now going Jaquan Barber this time, and he's making people have to tackle him. And look at those blocks up front for Jaquan Barber, about to break another one. The first one was from the 41-yard line. This one's from the 45. He's tackled a little bit late there. Jaquan Barber, of all the players on the team, is the home run threat. Whoever imagined that would happen? Falcons now trying to get these points back, and they've got a chance here. 3rd and goal. Matt Ryan pushed out of the pocket, but he finds his men for the touchdown. So the score's 27-35, and Trayvon Bromley now with 6 minutes left has got to pick up these yards, pick up these first downs, chew that clock, and we get another first down there. The pass is completed by Wes Manley, and we're fighting for those first downs with Jaquan Barber. We've got the perfect complement of players, and we see that there as Tariq Cohen picks up a first down as a receiver, and on 3rd and goal, Trayvon Bromley gets into the end zone for a touchdown. I think I actually miscounted the amount of touchdowns by rookies, but it ends up being 4, so we've got that going for us. 1st and 10 for the Falcons. Trying to fight back, but it's going to be tough for them with 35 seconds left on the clock, even if they do get these big receptions. The pass rush has not been good this game, and there's a completion there to Julio Jones. He'll get the final touchdown of the game, but it's not enough, and we win. What an incredible start to the season. This is something I never imagined. We were in control the entire game as well. We just won. It wasn't, a comeback victory. It wasn't, we just won a game. We actually full-blown 1-1. The Falcons had to try and keep up with us, and they couldn't. Wes Manley in his first start didn't have much to do, only threw for 94 yards, but it was an 82% completion percentage. It was such a tidy passing game when we did use it. He threw 1 touchdown as well, then rushing. Oh my goodness, the rushing. Trayvon Bromley, 16 carries, the cowbell of course, 91 yards, 5.6 yards per carry, picking up a touchdown at the very end. And then this guy, Jaquan Barber, 6 carries, 125 yards, 2 touchdowns. He broke 2 huge touchdowns. His second one was 55 yards, his first one was 59 yards. Iron sharpens iron. Auburn, Alabama, the Steel Towns coming together and absolutely destroying the opposition. What these two can do together just isn't fair. Trayvon Bromley wears them out, and Jaquan Barber runs through the tired messes. And then we've got Tariq Cohen. Now, rushing didn't do much, but receiving, Tariq Cohen 3 for 16, getting a couple of first downs as well. But DeMarcus Parker, 3 catches for 7 yards isn't much. But then we had Juju Smith, 3 for 24, a touchdown. Of course, no one's going to have too much because we didn't throw for too much. But it was a good game all around, and no one can be, unhappy with how it went. The blocking was good as well. And then on defense, Hunter Washington wasn't as much of a presence as I expected in his first game. But again, the Falcons were behind a lot and had to pass a lot. Eric Murray leading the team with 7 tackles. Terrence Brooks was 6, and one he should have made that would have stopped a touchdown. But that's all right, we'll let him get away with that. No sacks in this game. 1 interception by Lorenzo Doss that he returned 64 yards for the touchdown. What did I say at the end of the season? If we are going to win games, we need turnovers. And in our first game, Lorenzo Doss gets us 1, takes it straight back for 6, and we end up winning 42-34. Who would have expected that? And of course, we also have Kevon Flowers, another rookie. That's 3 rookies who scored touchdowns in this game. Including the passing touchdown, 4 rookies scored touchdowns in this game. Kevon Flowers with the 92-yard kick return touchdown. This is a completely different team to last year, and we showed it straight away in week 1, beating the Falcons, who I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure did very well last season. And that is the week done 1-0. Can you believe it? Every game isn't going to go like that after this. You can't get the big plays from Jaquan Barber every time, and we'll have to pass it more. But if we can even just get similar success on a game-to-game basis, that'll be something else. So here it is. This is the big game. The huge one. Because, of course, the Fire Sale franchise meets the Reboot franchise in week 2 of 2018. Now this will be a great game purely because of that, but of course these Saints will look absolutely nothing like our Fire Sale franchise. However, let's take a look at what they do look like, because we know that at least Drew Brees no longer plays for the team, and I'm sure it will look pretty different in a few other spots too. So Blaine Gabbert, the quarterback, which obviously isn't great, so we have a chance here against this team purely because of the quarterback position at running back. Mark Ingram, Adrian Peterson, Alvin Kamara. Wide receiver, they have only Michael Thomas from the Fire Sale franchise. Now, of course, for us, he wasn't ever really a starter, but he was on the team the entire time. Everybody else, they've got Mike Wallace on the team as well, so we've got a returning player, which makes it a little bit more interesting. And at the tight end position, of course, no Chance Sugars for them. That would be a problem for us. Tahir Whitehead, right outside linebacker for him, and of course, John Tobeck, the rookie, At middle linebacker, at cornerback, they have Delvin Breaux and Marshawn Lattimore. Again, we're not going to keep making references to the Fire Sale franchise, but you know, there's no lanky guy here that's 8 foot tall and runs faster than Usain Bolt. And then the safeties, Von Bell and Kenny Vaccaro. It's a pretty similar looking team to what we're used to. Only really one player from the Fire Sale franchise, Michael Thomas, on the team. This is a big game. The two franchises that have gone through these changes on this channel, the New Orleans Saints, the Baltimore Ravens, and the Saints start things off here with a pass to the tight end. They're not afraid to pass with Blaine Gabbert at quarterback. They're rolling with him, and they start now with a run game as well. They can do both. We know that. We've got to look out for it. Go play action there, but Tyus Bowser, who jumped over the right tackle, gets in there for the sack. Now 3rd and 13. Blaine Gabbert rolling out to the left, but Tyus Bowser again manages to come around the outside and catches him from behind. And we hold them to 0 points on their first possession. And a pass there, 2nd and 9, picking up the first downs. Wes Manley showing he can get it done as a passer. Trayvon Bromley continuing from where he left off last week, just picking up yards. But Jaquan Barber not continuing where he left off, gets stopped short. We had to settle for a field goal, so we're leading 3-0. Ball going downfield, double coverage. Michael Thomas makes that catch. Not only did he make the contested catch, he held onto it, getting hit immediately. And there's 2 rookies making terrible attempts at tackles, finally getting cleaned up by Terrence Brooks. And on 1st and goal, squeezes that one in to Thomas, just shoots it in there. They get the touchdown. So 3rd and 9, trying to keep this drive going, and that's just a completely misplaced pass to Sam Cook, trying to punt, and it's blocked. The Saints have the advantage now. They recover it at the 5-yard line, and we've got them on 1st and goal here. We're going to obviously try and stop them getting into the end zone, but we don't even get close to stopping them getting into the end zone. Ingram taking that one in for a touchdown, saying thank you very much for the free 6 points. They're up 14-3 now, and now Jaquan Barber getting those blocks again, and Jaquan Barber going again. We said we can't expect him to score these big plays week after week, but apparently he can. Jaquan Barber will not be stopped. He's got the power, and then speed doesn't matter anymore, and he's getting great blocks as well when he's on the field. 3rd and 9 now, and there's a sack there. Wes Manley could not find an open receiver before the Saints pass rush came in, but neither can Blaine Gabbert find an open receiver before the Ravens pass rush comes in. Sacks again. Sacks on top of sacks for both teams, and we get another one there. 3rd and 3, however, now for Blaine Gabbert, and he almost threw an interception to Eric Murray. He should have held on to that one, could have maybe taken it back the distance. On 2nd and 10, a sack again for Wes Manley, and on 3rd and 18, trying to force something there. We didn't do this last week. We shouldn't have done it this week. 3rd and 18. Go for those check down routes. We don't need interceptions. We definitely don't need pick sixes. Now Trayvon Bromley managing to find some space there. He's just such a good runner. Such a good runner at picking up decent numbers of yards. Big runs as well, over 10 yards. But he's not breaking the big ones like Jaquan Barber, but he's still doing a lot. Now Wes Manley running down the sideline, showing off his speed. Gets caught from behind, but holds on to the ball. Then on 2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line, Manley, not seeing anybody open, rolls to the left now, looking to get away from this defender, but this time he gets hit, loses the ball. That's the risk you run when you're a quarterback out of the pocket, and we did it one too many times. 3rd and 9 now. Blaine Gabbert, nowhere to go. The coverage downfield is great, even if the pass rush with just 3 guys isn't getting there. It's an incomplete pass, but it's just as good on that down. And then Trayvon Bromley making space, finding space, and off he goes. Trayvon Bromley following the good blocks. This team has gotten so much better at blocking. And there's the big play from Trayvon Bromley. We're just getting huge touchdowns week after week right now with the ground game. And again, the sacks coming in. Sacks there on Blaine Gabbert. The score 27-17 though. We've got to try and get some points here. The pass to Jaquan Gabbert for the first down. On 3rd and 4, 2nd and 5. Wes Manley rolling out to the right, standing, throwing, shouldn't have thrown it, even a little bit more air under that, probably would have seen that pass picked off. Those are rookie errors that we don't need to see. You know, we can do so much better if we don't make those passing errors. Who knows what the score would be now, but it's 13-17 right now. That is the actual score, and that's a terrible pass, and the Saints get the ball back. But look at that by Tim Williams, stopping another Alabama player, getting the first down. Good play, 3rd and 6. Hoping Tariq Cohen can hold on to this, but he can't, and you can't be surprised. So we go for it on 4th and 6 as we've got 4 minutes left. That just bounces around incomplete. Lucky the Saints didn't take that straight in for a touchdown. But don't worry, on 1st and goal, we get the sack there. stopping Blaine Gabbert. We get a run stop there with Hunter Washington with a big play, but first and goal again after a penalty, and I believe it wasn't off a user control player. And then on second and goal, Mark Ingram with his new set of downs, just rolling over people, will not be stopped, gets into the end zone and scores. So that's a shame because, you know, it would have been great to start 2-0, and bear that in mind when I now talk about. So I'm going to obviously talk negatively about negative performances, but it's not scapegoating. But we're going to talk about it, right? So we take a look at how we did. West Manley obviously didn't have a good day. Didn't have that many attempts, but 20 is quite a lot to, you know, only have 8 completions, 40% completion percentage. 23 yards, 2 interceptions. Now, one of them, incredibly stupid to throw it. The other one just wasn't thrown well enough. Rushing, however, still works. And Jaquan Barber still hits the long ones. And Trayvon Bromley today hit some long ones too. The longest run of the day for Trayvon Bromley, 75. Longest for Jaquan Barber, 54. The guy can't stop running 50-plus yard touchdowns. It's ridiculous. Both of them still so good. We should have probably stuck with the run game a little bit longer. And in all honesty, I started calling passes because I felt like we can't have only, you know, a few passing yards, which is stupid. Who cares if we don't have any passing yards? If we can run the ball the entire time. Let me say something, and I'm pretty sure it will have been mentioned already. Lessons have been learnt today. Now, blocking on screens for Tariq Cohen was terrible. The poor guy didn't stand a chance. But on defense, we played well. Hunter Washington, 9 tackles today. Xavier Gooden with 7. So the right guys had the tackles. Look at that. The top 4 are all linebackers. Sacks we did well as well. Tyce Bowser with 3, Tim Williams with 2, 1.5 for Xavier Gooden, 1 for Hunter Washington, half a sack for Willie Henry, but this time we didn't have any turnovers, and like I said, I'm not blaming that for losing, but we won a game because we had a turnover. We need the turnovers. We also need to not turn the ball over, that's obvious, so, you know, like I said, not even going to pretend we can hide behind that. But we do need turnovers, although the defense did play pretty well today, obviously. So we'll be learning from our mistakes as we play the 0-2 Steelers. Now, just remember, these Steelers were in the Super Bowl, and they're 0-2 right now. Maybe a chance to pile on the misery and keep our own good fortune going. I cannot wait to see these guys out there again. This is maybe the best combination of rookie running backs ever. I mean, that's not really that crazy to say how many, you know, rookie running back combos really are there, but still, it's impressive.